Hey Glam Fam, I wanted to talk to you about seminar. So for those of you that have been to seminar before, like you know how amazing it is. If you have not been to seminar before, it's like trying to describe Disney World to someone, like you can't. It's like a feeling, it's an experience, it's amazing, it is life-changing. And so that is seminar for us. And so seminar is the big event that we do usually like July, August-ish in the summer. It's in Dallas usually, and it's our biggest like year-end celebration of all of our achievements for the previous year. There's tons of entertainment, tons of prizes given away, both earned prizes, but then also just like we have what we call prize patrol, and they just walk around and they hand out designer handbags and designer jewelry, and then they'll do drawings on the screen and a bunch of people's names that are registered. They put them in a drawing thingy, and then all their names come up on the screen, and if you're one of the winners, and you go up to the stage on the side and they give you your prize. And so they just do tons of prize giveaways. The education is amazing because you're getting to learn from top directors and nationals, like the top of the top in our company, and women that you're not always exposed to based on like location. Like maybe a lot of those women don't live near you, and so you've never gotten to go to a local event or event nearby that they would be there teaching and training at. And so you get to hear and listen to their wisdom. And I love like all the training in our company comes from women that have walked in our path, like have walked in our shoes, they built their business the same way. And so it's not just some speaker coming in and telling you how to build a business. It's someone who's done it. And so you get to hear their stories, you get to hear their tips, you get to hear their ideas, but most of all, you get to be inspired by their journey, because sometimes I think it's like we see these people at the very top and we're like, there's something magical about them. It's like in their veins or something. And then we realize like there's nothing special. I mean, we're all special, but there's nothing significantly special about them that's different than ourselves, that we all can achieve whatever goal it is. And we get to see their story and their journey and what they've had to go through. And most of the times when you get to hear from, we call them the queens. So we have different categories, right? So we have Queen of Sales and we have Queen of Sharing. And so when you are in the Queen of Sales, when you have retailed 40,000 for the year production, so that's 20,000 wholesale, like our cost for the entire year, you're in the Queen of Sales court. You're in the court of sales, and so you get a diamond ring for doing that. You can be like everybody who does that gets a diamond ring. So it's not like, oh, the top 5 people get the diamond ring. Like anybody who does it gets the diamond ring. But then they have like the top 20 and the top 10 in that category. So those are obviously women that have sold beyond the 20,000 wholesale for the year. And then there's the top 3, and then they do this whole like count, like a drum roll. Like you usually when you go to seminar, like you're in the top 3 because they tell you to bring your family with you, because when you're the queen, you're going to be on stage. They're all going to be on stage, but the queen is going to sit in a throne, and usually the throne comes from like the ceiling or rises from the ground or appears in a cloud of fog. Like it's always some huge production on how they introduce the throne for that year. And so the queen sits on the throne, and she gets her roses and her plaque and her sash, and she gets literally a diamond crown that is put on her head that she gets to keep. She gets even more diamonds than everybody that is in the court. The runners up get additional diamonds as well, number 2 and number 3. And then her family comes up, and then she can speak, and her national can speak, and her, if it's a consultant court, her director can if she wants to, her husband can speak, or her kids, or just, I mean, it's your show. You got to do what you want for that little allotted time. And so you get to hear their wisdom. And so they do that for the Queen's Court of Sales. They also do that for the Queen's Court of Sharing, which is team building. And so when you have 24 new qualified team members for that whole year, then you're in the Court of Sharing. And so everyone who does that gets diamonds. And then you can be in the top 20 and the top 10, the top 3, and so on. And then the Queen. And so we have these queens during our awards night, our awards ceremony. And that is very similar to like the Academy Awards. Like I'm talking ball gowns, limos, red carpets. Like it is spectacular. The entertainment is like Broadway performances, like the money that they put into the entertainment. I mean, the entertainment we had last year, like oh my gosh, like blew my mind. So they're always like, they always top like the year before, which I never think they're gonna be able to do, because last year was like always amazing, and the next year it's even better. It's just amazing. But so they have the queens, and so this is during like the awards section of the night. But then the queens get to share and just kind of their heart and their journey. But it's always like, if you guys have been to seminar before in many years, like you just like, you look back and you think like every time, like every queen that we've had, she's always had some huge hurdle she had to overcome in her life, like cancer or death in the family, or just like major obstacles. Like they always have these amazing stories. And then we think like, oh, I got a hangnail, and so I didn't go after my goal that I set at the beginning of the year, or whatever. Like we just like, not to discount the things and the circumstances we have in our life, but I think like that's so inspiring for us to see that like the women who like are at the top in that whole category, like what they had to go through to get to that point was way more than what we have to go to on an average day. So that's amazing, inspirational. But you also get to see all of these women that have achieved these goals, who have earned cars throughout the year and diamonds and all these big things, and how they're all different shapes, colors, sizes, backgrounds, ethnicities, like, just like that, like personalities, everything. They're all just so different. Like it is definitely not like a cookie cutter. Like there is no cookie cutter version of what a successful person in Mary Kay looks like. And so it's just so amazing to see that literally anybody who wants to achieve their goals can absolutely do that. So unfortunately, we don't get to see that side of it to the fullest because we cannot go to seminar physically this year. But Mary Kay, and they never do anything small. And so they're going to do this up big. Even though it has to take place virtually, they're going to wow our socks off, because that's who they are and that's what they do. So I'm like excited just to see what they do, like how they take a virtual event and they make it so amazing and powerful. So they're still going to have entertainment. They're still going to have the recognition. We're still going to hear the speeches of the queens and all of that. We're still going to be able to take advantage of all the education and the what's the word I'm looking for, the classes that we get to normally do at seminar, because you get to sit, we always call it like sitting at the feet of giants, like amazing, powerful women who have accomplished so much in this business, and we get to hear from them and be trained by them. And so you're still getting to experience that. So normally when we are at seminar, it's like a few day thing. Like we're in Dallas for multiple days, and then every day is different, like parts of the training. Some of it's like one day they're having our scientists come out and they're talking about product training and walking us through new products that are coming out and things like that. And then we have classes broken down based on our level, like our position in the company and that kind of thing. So what this is going to look like, so Thursday, August 20th is the first day of seminar. And from 6 to 7:30 Central, so all these times are going to be Central, 6 to 7:30 Central is when they're going to do like the kickoff. And so the kickoff's going to be amazing. We'll probably maybe hear from some scientists and stuff at that time. So that night, like we're just for that hour and a half, they're watching the intro. Then on Friday, the next day, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is the awards show. And that, like, I'm really excited to see how they do the recognition for that. So you'll get to see the recognition, but then they'll do lots of, productions as far as entertainment and stuff. But then you'll also get to hear the queens of the different courts and hear their stories and their speeches and their training and ideas and stuff. And then on Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. is the general session. That's probably where you're going to get more of the classes broken down by your position in the company. That's where you're going to probably hear more from our scientists, our dermatologists and stuff on the product. Usually we get to hear from Ryan Rogers, Mary Kay's grandson, who's the head of our company, cutie patootie, Ryan Rogers, we always call him. And so he usually shares a lot about his heart and the corporate side of things and where they're at with everything. So what's really cool is like we always encourage like husbands and significant others to come to events, for them to get to experience our Mary Kay world and our culture, because you really can't describe it to someone. And so we always encourage you to do that. And so now, like, not all of the men have been able to make the trip out to Dallas every year, or come to an event, and now they can sit on the couch and watch with you, and you don't have to. There's no registration cost for them to do that. So for our registration cost, they have it, it's $40 if you went to career conference, or $45 otherwise. And so that helps cover all the expenses of the entertainment that they're paying for, and all the employees and the staff who have worked tirelessly to figure this out and put this on. I mean, they plan for seminar like years in advance. Like, they already know what our next so many seminars are going to look like. And then of course they come up with things as they go and add it in. But like, our company does not fly by the seat of their pants. Like, they have big things prepared way out in advance. And so for this seminar, like, normally they've had everything planned out. They work all year long getting things ready. And in the past like few months, they've had to throw together like this awesome presentation of a virtual seminar. And so you can only imagine the cost of what they had to do for the staff to work on figuring out how can we make this the best and all of that. Plus all the prizes, you know, the prizes, like, I just can assume, because they give away so much free stuff at seminar normally. So I can only assume that they're going to be giving like even more prizes away. So you have to like keep watching the screen to see if your name is called on there as one of the winners. So that, is going to be, it's $40 or $45 for your registration cost, but you get that back in free product. So the company always gives us like a retail credit when we register for events, and so you're getting $40 in product that you're able to use. And so let's see, so that you're just covering yourself, your spouse, or whoever is able to watch and, you know, for free. And then family, like your mom, your sister, like anybody, kids, like invite them along, like pop some popcorn, make a whole thing of it. Like, don't miss any of it. I know that it feels kind of weird having it like 3 different days and you're staying at home. So your like real life is getting literally thrown into it because you're not gone away from the house. But really like be intentional about scheduling this in and making this a priority, because it's going to make such a difference for you. And the things you're going to learn and you're going to hear and the updates you're going to get, like, you're not going to want to miss those. And it's not like a recorded thing where you can just go back and watch later. Like, this is like a live event that is happening. So that is seminar. Now, normally we do our banquet for our national area, our James National area. We would do one of the nights, we would do like a banquet, and we would wear gowns, and we would do all of that awards and recognition for everyone in our national area. So all of the directors in my mom's national area, all the consultants, we do recognition and awards for them, and they get prizes and things. And so we would normally do that there. So we're going to do that event virtually, and we decided to do that separate from when the company is doing seminars, to kind of break it up for you a little bit. So that is going to take place on July 25th, and it is, I believe, at 10 a.m. Look on, if you go to glamfam.info and go to current promotions page, all of this information is going to be there. But that day we're just going to do like a Zoom, or she might be doing it in Facebook Live, but that's where we're going to do recognition. You're going to get to hear from the top directors in our national area. That usually the top 3 are the ones that speak and train. So that's going to be super beneficial. And you just never know. You might have earned things or achieved things that you didn't even know that you achieved. So definitely be paying attention to that so you can claim your prizes. And then we're going to do our Glam Fam, same kind of concept. So usually like the first night is when we do that banquet for our James area. And then the second night we do a Glam Fam awards night. And so I award like the top 10 in our unit and different achievers. I have different awards and prizes and stuff that you earn throughout the year. And so we'll have some of our top consultants in our Glam Fam are going to be training and sharing their ideas with you and their tips for success. So you don't want to miss that. And we're going to do that actually on Tuesday night, July 28th. And the reason we chose a Tuesday is because we already have that night carved out for our Tuesday night connects. And so I didn't want to take a whole nother day and throw that out at you. So it's going to be that night. So we're not going to do the connect thing, the training like we would normally do. So it's a totally different link that you're going to use to access it. And then we're not doing the guest event that night. Okay, so do not invite people for that unless they want to come on and watch. So your friends, family, hubby, significant other, they're all definitely welcome to watch and cheer you on and listen to the training. And so that's going to be our Glam Fam one, and we're going to have a theme for that. And I'm still deciding on the theme. So I'm going to get that information out to you guys and all of the details. But the other ones, like you're just watching the screen, this one we'll actually all see each other because it'll be like a Zoom. And so we're going to all dress up in something fun. So just wait for that. And then I also have incentives for those consultants who are attending everything. Because normally I had to take a prize to all of our consultants who go to seminar every year. Really, any of our events that we go to, I always have gifts for you. And since we can't do that in person, if you are there, you're watching live for a seminar and for the James Area Banquet on the 25th, and then our Glam Fam night on the 28th of July, then I will have a prize for you, a gift for you that I will just mail to you, which I wish I could give it to you in person, but I will send it out to you. So, all right, if you have questions, please reach out. Make sure you schedule those things in your calendar. There's no cost for the James Area Event One awards or the Glam Fam Awards, only for the company's seminar, the actual seminar. So go and register right now on In Touch under events, special events. It'll be Seminar 2020. And go register on there, and then it'll tell you when you can use your retail credit when you go to make your next order. Then they'll just take the credit off of the order for you. So making that money back. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon.